Hello, welcome to Women's Business Report. I am Angel Livas. Today's show features Black women entrepreneurs as we celebrate Black History Month. Their stories are amazing, compelling, and inspiring. We can't wait to share them with you. They're coming up right after this special message.
When I think back on my day, I'm so thankful I used Catering by Uptown. They gave me the wedding of my dreams. Catering by Uptown handled everything. The food was amazing, and people are still talking about it. They are so much more than a catering company. Their venues are absolutely stunning. They want your wedding day to be as perfect as they want their daughter's wedding day to be. That day is a day I will never forget. It was perfect. I would definitely recommend Catering by Uptown.
If you're on social media, please follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you have a business and you'd like to be featured, email us at info@womensbusinessreport.com.
Mogul. That's what Wendy Muhammad decided she wanted to be as a child. Since that time, Wendy has worked hard to earn that title. She went from working with a Big 3 consulting firm to now overseeing construction of the brand new 27,000 square foot Minimally Invasive Vascular Center. And it didn't hurt that she received words of encouragement from Oprah along the way.
Welcome, Women's Business Report. I'm Wendy Muhammad, business developer and business consultant. You are here with me at the Minimally Invasive Vascular Center. I started my career off with PwC, formerly known as PricewaterhouseCoopers, as a staff auditor. I've always been fascinated by business processes and systems. I like to consider myself like an artist, where I'm creating as I'm developing businesses and designing systems. I learned the definition of a mogul as a child and decided that that's what I wanted to be. So I'd walk around the house and say, I want a hotel, an NBA team, and a hospital.
Wendy Muhammad is a well-rounded person. She is an inspiration in my life. She's an inspiration in everyone who she meets. Wendy, I've known her for about 10 years, and being pretty much the engine, the director, and what moves Minimally Invasive Vascular Center.
The crown jewel of my accomplishments is the Minimally Invasive Vascular Center. We focus on the diagnosis and treatment of all diseases of the arteries, veins, and lymphatic systems.
Wendy Muhammad is the backbone of Minimally Invasive Vascular Center. She's taken on several projects, multi-million-dollar projects.
One of our biggest accomplishments is the development of a 27,000 square foot vascular surgery center located in Laurel, Maryland, where we plan to offer cutting-edge technology in the area of vascular medicine and vascular surgery, and hoping to help you make vascular surgery part of your lifestyle so that you can keep going and we can focus on your circulation.
Wendy is a great individual to get to know. She has great leadership skills. She's very informative in terms of business, and she motivates me. She motivates me in a lot of ways.
She's also a life-changing mentor, and even though she has a demanding workload, she really takes the time to invest in her employees, make sure that we have an opportunity.
10 years ago, I started a company called the John Edward Group that I named after my father, who passed away in 2008. My father, along with my mother, were really big proponents of education and doing for self and made sure that my brother and I focused on being ourselves. So the John Edward Group was named after him because he would check in on me, call me his mogul, congratulate me for all of my accomplishments, and being his daughter is one of the most exciting things to me as I grow and develop. I'm really grateful for him and my mom for what they taught both me and my brother.
When I first met Miss Wendy, I realized that she's a person that truly is knowledgeable, but she's also one of those leaders that understand the concept that people don't care so much about what you know, but they want to know how much you care. From the first time I met her, she was so invested in my growth with the company and to develop me.
Mentoring is very important to me. While I enjoy mentoring college students and high school students just starting out on their way, what I'm really passionate about is mentoring emerging leaders and entrepreneurs and really helping them to take their careers to the next level.
I try to work hard to make sure that the level of excellence that Wendy expects of me is met, because I know she wants the best for not only MIVC and herself, but everybody around her, everybody that she touches.
Wendy has been given an honorary degree in vascular surgery. And one of the most funniest stories is that there's been a couple of hospitals where the CEOs and presidents of the hospital have taken bets because they think that she's actually a doctor. But in reality, she's an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, but she's taken on even the medical field by storm, and she's pretty much taught herself medicine as well as vascular surgery to the point that people actually call the office and call our hotline and send consults for Dr. Wendy Muhammad.
I got an opportunity to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show and ask a question. My question was, what advice does she have for young African American women trying to make it in business? She took off her glasses and looked at me and said, I was a fat black woman with a jerry curl. If I can make it, you can make it.
If you're on social media, please follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you have a business and you'd like to be featured, email us at info@womensbusinessreport.com.
When I think back on my day, I'm so thankful I used Catering by Uptown. They gave me the wedding of my dreams. Catering by Uptown handled everything. The food was amazing, and people are still talking about it. They are so much more than a catering company. Their venues are absolutely stunning. They want your wedding day to be as perfect as they want their daughter's wedding day to be. That day is a day I will never forget. It was perfect. I would definitely recommend Catering by Uptown.
Dr. Maya Rockeymoore is the president of Global Policy Solutions, a nonpartisan think tank that advances wealth, health, education, and civic success for diverse populations. Her insights make her in demand for broadcasters and policymakers who seek honest and sober solutions.
Hello, Women's Business Report. My name is Maya Rockeymoore. I'm President and CEO of Global Policy Solutions and the Center for Global Policy Solutions. I arrived in Washington, D.C. in 1997 to collect data for my dissertation, and that started a career on the Hill. I was recruited to join the staff of the House Ways and Means Committee, where I worked on Social Security issues, and then I was recruited to join Congressman Charlie Rangel's office as his AA Chief of Staff.
I met Maya when she was working for Congressman Rangel, and I was the head of the Washington office for the National Urban League.
From the moment I met Dr. Maya Rockeymoore, I knew she was a superstar.
I was looking for young scholars who had a good sense of policy and what it took to have relevant research in a policy setting. I was very impressed because she was pursuing her PhD in political science at the time and had the confidence of Congressman Charlie Rangel, who was the ranking member on the House Ways and Means Committee.
Dr. Rockeymoore worked for us as a resident scholar. She impressed me from the very beginning.
She knew the area of Social Security, which was very important to the National Urban League at the time, but she was also up on all of the other policies that Congressman Ringel was working on. Dr. Rockeymore's research and her spirit guided our position in opposition, certainly to the privatization of Social Security.
2005, I started Global Policy Solutions, LLC, a social change strategy firm that at first was focused on working to help nonprofits build their capacity to do effective research and policy work.
If I had a word to describe Maya, I would describe her as brilliant. Brilliant because not only is she a brilliant strategic thinker, but brilliant in the way that she's able to bring ideas in a way that she can speak to people at all levels of education.
One of our first clients was the organization I left. They hired me right away to continue a lot of the work that I was doing. But I went on and to do some really fantastic and interesting work. We worked with the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. For 9 years, we managed their Leadership for Healthy Communities initiative, which was their effort to get state and local elected and appointed officials to actually support childhood obesity prevention programming.
Maya is a real national treasure. I first met Maya a number of years ago in the context of our work here at the National League of Cities on childhood obesity issues. And Maya has a wonderful background and experience on issues related to public health, and especially on issues related to healthy eating and active living. So for years, Maya was a key go-to person for us on those issues.
Dr. Rockymore is very adept and skilled at really ensuring that we think about issues conceptually, but more importantly, that we make these things happen on the ground.
Diversity and inclusion training is one of the focal points that we do. And of course, this is an area of high demand.
I see many leaders talking about civil rights issues, like the voting rights issues, and dealing with other issues having to deal with other civil and human rights. But it was really important to have someone with vision like Maya that actually brought us together to talk about those financial implications, those economic implications, which are really at the core of many times these civil rights issues.
It has been my pleasure to be a woman entrepreneur in the Washington, D.C. region. There are so many supports in the Washington, D.C. region for women and role models, women of color who are doing great things. And so it's been my pleasure and joy to start Global Policy Solutions and the Center for Global Policy Solutions right here in Washington, D.C. But we do work nationally, and we have aspirations to do work internationally. So, you know, I always tell young people when they ask me what about my story, you know, I started off in Washington, D.C. as a Congressional Black Caucus Foundation fellow. And within a year, you know, I was working on the House Ways and Means Committee, and within a year and a half, I was a chief of staff to a U.S. congressman. So my advice to everyone out there is that your intern one day can be your boss the next, so watch out.
Are you a woman entrepreneur? Looking for the perfect outlet to network and build relationships with other women in business? Join me, Angel Livas, President and CEO of DC Media Connection and Creative Introduction, as I welcome you to the woman behind the business. It's happening March 1st at the City Club of Washington at 6:30 p.m. You can learn more by visiting wbb4.eventbrite.com.
Happy New Year, Women's Business Report. This is Stephanie DeBerry of Stephanie Sells the DMV. Since the show last aired, I've had phenomenal success. Let me tell you about a project that I'm currently working on. This beautiful home is one of my current listings in Upper Northwest DC, the Kalorama neighborhood. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath for $3.8 million. The significance of this house is the first family will be moving a few doors down. Let's go take a look at all the preparations that they're making for the Obamas. Oh, I forgot to mention that Ivanka Trump will be living right around the corner. Here we are in this beautiful park, directly across the street from where the first family will be moving in just about 2 weeks or so. So imagine living 2 doors down from neighbors that most people want to live next door to. You can see that the contractors are preparing. Looks like they have a gatehouse up front at the main entrance. Looks like Secret Service will be outside, or at least based outside of the driveway area. Talk about security. This is going to be one of the most secured neighborhoods probably in the United States of America, because again, you have Obama here and you have Ivanka just right around the corner. And my listing is nestled right in between both of those homes. For $3.8 million, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. Garage, basement apartment, beautiful backyard oasis. You can have it all right here in Northwest DC, so right in the hub of where everything is happening. You can contact me, Stephanie DeBerry of Stephanie Sells the DMV, at 571-258-7371, or you can email me at stephanie.dberry@exprealty.com, and that's Stephanie with a Y.
If you're on social media, please follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you have a business and you'd like to be featured, email us at info@womensbusinessreport.com.
Luana Russell started Business Management Associates in 2005 from her kitchen table with $500. Now she has over 100 employees in 6 states and provides management services for several federal agencies. But it wasn't always rosy. In 2013, the federal sequestration had a devastating effect on small businesses. She was chosen to be a voice for small businesses during the government shutdown.
Hello, Women's Business Report. My name is Luana Russell. I'm president of Business Management Associates. I am excited to be with you today, and thank you for taking some time out of your schedule to share it with me. I started BMA, Business Management Associates, in 2005. I started the company with about $500 at my kitchen table.
Started at her dining room table, and I started a couple of years with her after that, and very few employees. I interviewed people, got them on board, and did a lot of the running around, making sure paperwork was done, and business began to grow, and there were many more people added to the staff, and it's been going since then.
Everybody thought I was crazy. My grandmother said, "You need to find yourself a good government job."
Most people at 92 don't have much to do at home, so it's nice when you have a granddaughter with a business and she gives you a job.
They say that it takes 2, 3, maybe 4 ventures for an entrepreneur to actually strike gold, so to speak.
I've always known that LuJuanna was going to be a businesswoman.
Now we have a company with over 100 employees, and we're having a lot of fun.
When we're all together, it's kind of like that scene in Waiting to Exhale, but only better. Being around LuJuanna, it's 100% positivity. She brightens your day effortlessly. I don't even know how she does it, but she is the type of person where you want to be around.
When I started the company, I was working for another small company. I was working for another small, what's called an 8A company through the Small Business Administration. And I think for anyone working with a small company, you're working and doing everything. I was writing proposals, bringing in the business, hiring the people, managing the projects that came in. And I said, wait a second, if I'm doing this for him, maybe I can do this for me. You don't realize how hard it is when you make that decision, but then you make that decision, and I affectionately call it the moment of insanity that has now lasted over 11 years.
Out of retirement, I am back with business management as the Director of Program Management, and there are a number of fabulous programs that we're managing here, and they require your whole heart.
One of the main things for me in terms of looking at our success was when I decided very early on that I was going to target specific vertical markets, and I just started with that. I said, okay, our first contract out of outside of working with my previous employer, was working with the Maryland Transportation Authority, MDTA. That is a contract that we started in 2007, and believe it or not, we still have that contract today.
You might think working for a lot of women is not what you would imagine it to be. It's more than what you would imagine it to be. Women so enjoy helping each other, and we take that help and we expand it to our customer base, and we deliver to them like we deliver for each other here in the office.
Still with MDTA. We've worked with TSA since 2008. We work with Justice Department, and we have others on our goal list. And then we started working in the financial management industry because I had also worked with HUD.
This is something that didn't happen when I first came to Washington a very long time ago. And it's so good to see women advancing in this manner and having a very good company and dealing very effectively with government agencies.
In 2013, we had a major setback because of the sequester. I call it the rejuvenation because it opened my eyes and showed me some things that we needed to change within the organization, and we've never been stronger since then. One of the things that has completely changed is our awards. We've won the Inc. 5000 for the fastest growing companies in America. We've been on that list twice, and we've won a variety of Smart CEO awards.
Getting to know LuJuanna has been the better side of working for her. Getting to know her and how she takes care of people.
I take folks who you'd never think were suited for a specific position, or who they never thought they were suited for a specific position, and I see something in them, and I want to help them grow and develop and learn. Omera is one of those individuals.
A galaxy where we are all planets around this idea that LuJuanna has, and we're all there to help make those ideas happen.
If you're on social media, please follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you have a business and you'd like to be featured, email us at info@womensbusinessreport.com.
Hi, I'm Angel Livas, and this is the Women's Business Report. In the tradition of Madam C.J. Walker, Miko Branch, along with her twin sister TT, created Miss Jessie's hair care products from their home. It grew into a multi-million-dollar business. Now, you can find Miss Jessie's products in CVS, Walmart, and Target, just to name a few. Miko took time out of her busy schedule to talk with the Women's Business Report.
They named the product after their do-it-yourself and fiercely independent paternal grandmother, Miss Jessie. And Miko's fingerprint is evident in every aspect of the Miss Jessie's brand, from the packaging and marketing to the colors and smells of the award-winning products, which include favorites like Baby Buttercream, Pillow Soft Curls, Curly Pudding, Quick Curl, and the newest additions, Leave-In Condish and Multicultural Curls. Miko continues to develop innovative, original, and effective solutions for curly hair needs. She has acquired numerous accolades as a result of her remarkable tenacity. She is an inspiration to us all, and we are honored to have her come and share her incredible story of success with us. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Miko Branch.
Hey, Women's Business Report. My name is Mika Branch. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Miss Jessie's, the hair care business that I started with my sister TT Branch. I am so excited to be here with the WBC celebrating their 5th year anniversary. What a wonderful organization for women to share information and just be inspired by the women who are doing it. You have to understand, my sister and I, we started our business back in 1997, but we didn't have this kind of resource to tap into, so it's such a wonderful thing to see this type of organization that's made available to women who want to start their businesses, and I'm just so excited to be here. If I were to offer any woman who wants to start her own business, I would simply tell her to just do it. in the just doing of it, there's so much knowledge, there's so much wisdom to gain. Failure is certainly something that you want to put aside, and in your experiences, you're going to be able to tap back into that so many times over and over again. So I would encourage you to just do it. We're in a time now where there's an internet, there's so much information available. Certainly do your research. If there's any mentors, if there's anyone that you want to speak to, do that. But the quicker you can get to doing it, please, please, please get to it, because you'll learn so much. And the good news is you might have success that first time around. When my sister Titi Branch and I first got that deal from Target, we were so excited. We were so happy to have, to be able to have that opportunity to be on those Target shelves, and it just meant success. One thing that we didn't know is there was so much to learn, and we also understood, over time, that we knew nothing about this industry. We had to learn from scratch. It was during a time when we didn't have any mentors in that industry, so learning from scratch, it took us longer to learn the lessons, but they stuck. And the good news is that we were able to keep our shirts on and be an industry leader in the beauty industry. So I'm proud to say that all the lessons and all the experiences that we have really served us well. Particularly for females and women in business, it's so important to put fear aside. Fear is probably one of the biggest demons, one of the biggest giants or enemies that we face. And I encourage you to put fear aside, because you'll find, once you do it, once you experience it, even if you experience failure, you'll find that you'll be able to overcome hurdles, and fear will be something that's secondary. So don't make fear be your primary obstacle. Get past it, just do it and learn from it and move on. I created a wonderful brand with my sister Titi Branch. It's called Miss Jessie's, and we specialize in all things curls, kinks, and waves. We have not only a hair salon in New York City, we also have a wonderful mixture of products. We have everything from puddings to buttercreams to shampoos to conditioners. Please stay in touch with us and check us out at www.missjessies.com. We're also on social media. We're Miss Jessie's, MISS_JESSIES.com. If you're interested in me, Miko Branch, you can also catch me on social media. I'm simply Miko Branch. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram. I've written a wonderful story about how I built my business with my sister Titi Branch, and it's called Miss Jessie's, creating a successful business from scratch naturally. You can get that at MissJessies.com. Please support us.
Our next show will mark our 2nd anniversary and will coincide with Women's History Month. We're planning a very special show followed by a special celebration. To be a part of the festivities, email us at info@womensbusinessreport.com.